Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest on of war Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 3 vs 3 on Bloodshed Alley. Playing on Team 1 as the Necrons, we've got Gilda Sux. We've got Terrica playing as the Chaos Space Marines. And we've got Zoo BR playing as the Imperial Guard. For Team 2, playing as the Eldar, we've got Gar 1992. We've got Infarct playing as the Imperial Guard. And then we've got Hack playing as the Dark Eldar. Exciting stuff, look at this, the Dark Eldar and Eldar working together as, you know, they probably secretly want to do in real life, but they've established a reputation now, so they now no longer can. Dual plasma generators for Zubiar. I assume quick tier 2 is on the plans for him. Makes sense, because, I mean, tanks is always good. Forward infantry command, just in case anyone pokes and prods down in the middle. But yeah, my week, if you watched yesterday's episode, video, whatever we call them, the week has not got any better. I've tried to, you know, find more unification games. Dare I say, even played some to generate my own replays. And everything went wrong. Everything went wrong. Either the replays that have been sent in don't work, or they just don't turn up. And when I tried to play a game, either the games were way too short, or the game didn't give me an option to save the replays. So, we're doing more Soulstorm. Unification doesn't like me, apparently. And that's fine. I get it, not many people do. I'm trying my best, gosh darn it. Trying my best. Having a heavy bolter been placed, smack bang, betwixt these two listing posts, implies a defensive posture from the Imperial Guard, which is kind of what they fancy doing. What are you doing, Chaos Man? You're going to go for some unholy sight. See any infiltrated units, although I don't think, unless any rangers coming from the Eldar. Oh, I suppose the Mandrakes can go infiltrate as well. That's a thing to keep your peepers peeled for. Mandrake's going to slice open these purple builder scarabs. Wonderful little colour scheme. Makes you think of like a robotic Barney the dinosaur, as he always goes for the dick, always stabs them and grabs them by the Johnson, which is not a pleasant thing. I mean, I assume Dark Eldar have Johnsons. I'm not all that familiar with their biology, but I assume it's very similar to the human anatomy. Or maybe it isn't. I mean, I don't know, you know. I'm not online that much. We've got some cultists hiding away in the heavy cover over here. And looking at the team compositions, I mean, they're quite fairly even all the way around. I mean, tanks for these dudes. You've got the possessed squads, obliterators. I think that the horror squads as well are going to be quite useful in this long map, as if they require any spontaneous anti-vehicle just to manifest itself. Chaos has got them covered. Helltalon as well, also very useful, as this map is split up into 3 little quadrants, so flying over these little walls, he'll be quite handy for them. Eldar moving forward with a couple of Guardians and a single squad of Dark Reapers, going for that Reaper Exarch first and foremost, because he increases the overall damage of every model in the squad. Cultists scaring away these guardsmen just a bit, as the heretics are dancing their listing posts into fruition. And everyone just kind of standing around at the moment. No major aggression going on here as of yet. Got a late command squad coming out on account of having to go for double plasma generators from the get-go. But there is that battle command being researched. Commas are going to join these guys, and I imagine the moment they're all met and happy, a glorious charge will then ensue. Dark Reapers will struggle fighting on this side of the map, as everything's heavy cover here. There we go, getting the old stabberoonies and the old sliceroonies in there. Psyker for the AoE knockbacks and such. Guardians can't really contend with the Imperial Guard, not necessarily because they don't do a comparable amount of damage, but just because of their lack of numbers. Dark Reapers unable to contend. But that being said, one Guard squad has been chased away, but one Guardian squad has been wiped out. Their souls left to fester on the ground, and now a mighty cavalcade of the boys coming forward. Las guns flaring. Command squad has fallen back just a touch as the decap comes in on that critical location. Obviously, build scavs are built up a ghost turret right next to the critical location. Bill Scabs can't fight. They can build things. Force being split up, and one dude in particular has been killed. Necron Lord. Tall Beast throws down a John Cena beam. Gilda says go, 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 as the guard fall back, but that was their opportunity to run forward, do some badness. One purple man riding solo. Doom being witnessed, that's here too. Psycho ability. Breaks morale on the guardsmen. Got no Commissar to inspire them. Only 2 Guardians left in that squad. Now only one, and that Necron Lord is just not a fan of him. He remembers the old days. He wants that revenge. Blade ones on the flanks. Double Dark Reapers there, focus firing them. You should be able to take them out nice and quickly. And even more flayed ones. Necron Lord, or should I say just a Necron player in general, unless you're me. So I tend to play Necrons, but not that very efficiently. If you've got a good Necron player on your team, that ability just to throw down a fistful of flayed ones willy-nilly, and the Necron Lord just jumping in and using his Forbidden Archive abilities. Absolutely remarkably useful. Command squad over here has been switched off for a bit. The Dark Eldar over here still just standing around minding their own business. Necrons can push for as long as they want, and the moment those Dark Eldar start responding, they can teleport all the way back home for a defensive maneuver. It's very flexible on Necrons in a team game. Listing Shrine on the Relic has been taken down. We do also have double Chaos Space Marines armed to the teeth from heavy bolters, breaking down listing posts. A long charge going on into here. Dark Eldar there have now decided to do something. Lots and lots of mandrakes being supported by a couple of Reaver jet bikes. Bella Scarabs in formation, retreating as fast as their floaty legs can carry them. But Gilda says no defense here. We're throwing as many flayed ones as we can forward. Of infarct with a, I hope I pronounced that correctly, with a Chimera. Guardsman can't really break it down too quick. Got Space Marines chilling out in the middle. The Dark Eldar keen to break open whatever they can. One squad of Necron Warriors teleports back home. Don't think it's going to be enough to fend off the sheer amount of Dark Eldar. Got some fresh flayed ones from the ground. Archon in the middle with his Incubi chums. Got 3. That means he's got a cheeky old upgrade. Can only get 2. An extra man in there. Not only does more damage as a whole squad, but also reduces the overall cooldown rate of his abilities. Bill Scabs frantically all together, building that Ghost as much as he can. Although there is a limit to how quickly your builders can build stuff. Normally 2 squads is the maximum amount. That will reduce the build time of something. Anything else is just surplus for requirement, but it does look good. The Singular Priest and the Khorne Berserkers, but coming in. 2 are coming this way, the other 5 are going the other way. So Chaos Space Marines helping their comrade in arms. A mechanized command by Zoo BR. Dark Eldar now not sure which way to go, really. Or which direction they're getting shot up. Grenade launchers now active on the Guardsmen will knock the Mandrakes out and about a bit. And by the power of friendship, do the Necrons survive? There's certainly been a sticky situation. They're riding it solo. Now a counter-attack on the left flank. Dire Reapers and Chimeras breaking apart the listing post on the Relic. Bit of revenge. A handsome amount of Guardsmen. No anti-vehicle at present. Grenade launchers will help the Guardsmen keep at range with the Dark Reapers. Will also knock them around. Chaos Machine Spirit. Oh, a Basilisk there. Again, say infantry heavy formation. It's not something you want to see if you're on the receiving end. Huge explosion. 1 hit. Morale being broken. And my camera once again not wanting to do what I tell it to. Apparently the It's now being spread to Soulstorm games as well as Unification. I've seen what I could do to fix that, but I've played around with the care set, sensitivity and all that such. Reduced it, increased it, and everything possible. Apparently, this is the week for terrible, terrible things. But the turret's gone down. Bastards, though, getting good value in there. That's these guys around. Thankfully, the Chaos Space Marines are made of sterner stuff. Oh, no. Missing a couple of shots there. Got 2 Basilisks there. Oh, Berserkers. You don't get to see them often. But when you do, always good fun. Probably the worst melee specialist units in the game, I have to say. They've got no morale, so you can't break them. So they'll just have a grand old time all day long. Eldar collapsing in on top of the Chaos Space Marines. No heavy cover on this side, so they will take a lot more damage. Command Man just holding them back on his own. Flamers on the Wraithlord. Morale nowhere near stable enough for the Chaos Space Marines to continue their assault. Horrors being spawned forth to try and combat those Chimeras, but now a whole host of warrior squads. Oh dear, that is a lot of damage being brought in. I mean, 7 warriors at 1,800 health. That is a very fragile squad indeed. Any artillery coming towards them is a sad time, although that was friendly artillery, so... You know what I mean? Is it reduced damage? I don't rightly know. Not an ideal position for them. But at the moment, map control is in favour of the Southern team, although the Dark Eldar still have access to this critical location. Chaos Space Marines, the central one. And soon, the Imperial Guard of the Southern variety will have access to this. Are you going for any vehicles? No, you are just staying... Oh no, you've got a mechanized command down here. Not sure if you've built anything, but I could double check. You've got one thing. You're good for a basilisk of your own. Fight fire with fire. That's what they say. Beautiful shot. Smack bang in the middle of those boys. Love to rely on the transports to avoid all the artillery damage. Eldar and Dark Eldar not known for their artillery. Neither are the Necrons. Chaos Space Marines, I suppose they've got the Defilers, which is not amazing artillery, but they do a bit of everything, don't they? The melee walker, support vehicle, and long-range damage. A couple of Wraithlords with a Bright Lance will be good at walking through swaths of infantry to dive on those Basilisks. It is a Kassakan squad. So Zoo is in tier 3. Chaos Space Marines rearming themselves. Necrons with the thermoplasma generator, so they'll be having a good time. Also getting the big tanks as well. Soon the Necrons will be looking for their Restore Monolith ASAP. So far, no one's wanting to commit to any kind of engagement here. Happy to allow the artillery of both Imperial Guard players see what they can do. Not sure if they know where each other are. You're just kind of firing in one direction. Wasting ammunition. Not sure how much a singular Basilisk shell costs. But I imagine it's not cheap all the same. Eldar now moving into the centre. They will be spotted by this critical location. They can take down this thermoplasma. That'll be a mighty fine get for them. Bit of an assault on the old economy. They spotted it. Imperial Guard moving in with their transports. Not sure if they want to unload all their infantry right here. I'll go a little bit deeper. There we go. Hold on. Yeah, that's another thing that I've noticed since using the mod manager is that I get ambushed every now and then. A lot of firepower from the Chaos Space Marines, still going for that one single squad of Khorne Berserkers. Again, probably not that useful, but gotta respect it. Chasing forward to spank a tank. That tank is well and truly disciplined. Well, there we go. Central point of the map being contested by the Eldar. Dark Eldar, what's your plan? You've gone for more warriors, raiders, reavers as well. Well, just one reaver. I suppose you're just something that survived. And now sprinting their way on down the right flank. We'll need to attack in tandem with their allies, though. Otherwise, everyone's just going to collapse on them. Oh, well, this is... Yep, that's a wall. That's a wall of turrets. And the raiders are going to struggle with. I'm trying to break anything down with all these build scouts to repair stuff. How I feel about that. Big blast from the green stuff. We'll be able to kill the build scouts fairly easily. If they focus fire them, which doesn't look like that they're going to do that, actually. But they will get the obelisk. There we are, flayed ones coming from the fetid pools. Should really call them wet ones. Bit of a wasted John Cena beam there, but at least sends them a message. Don't come and mess with us. And we've got defences being built up over here. Baneblade on the way. Lehman Russes as well. Looks like we're going to see quite an epic clash of large armies here. So a bit of to and froing in the early game. But after a close call on both sides, I mean, what we got? Base contact with the Dark Eldar over here. The Eldar on the northern side also got a couple of their jimmies rustled by an initial engagement. But both sides quite keen to just sit back and relax for the moment. I mean, Dark Eldar, have you got big things on the go? I mean, get a massive witches. Give them their combat stimulants with some warp beasts. They could chew their way through any kind of relic unit very quickly. Especially if you're collecting your souls. Are you collecting souls at the moment? You are not. How many souls have you got? Ah, no, this is the main problem for a lot of Dark Eldar players, that they forget that they've got soul abilities. And they're really, really powerful, and there's no excuse to not go for them. Tier 3 on the way for that man. Blade One's just chilling out, expecting the return of the Dark Ones. And artillery on both sides going in. There is the Bane Blade. So I assume now is the time. Infarct says ready, willing. Oh, he is able. Dark Eldar going in for an early push. That might set the formation of this team here a little bit off kilter. Might start moving in to support their Necron ally. Only to then realise that there's going to be a big, huge push down in the centre. Solar Pulse keeping the men back. Now got an essence of the Deceiver to confuse and confound the Dark Eldar. The Baneblade goes on the right-hand side there. For why and for where? It's a very close-knit place to be. Huge explosion on those flayed ones there. Even Russ is also coming in. Ergrin's jogging, I suppose. Don't really see them sprint that much. There's a Restore Motherfucker. Are you a fake one there? No, you are real as hedgehogs. You're a real one, but you've gone smart bang against a whole bunch of Wraith Lords with bright lances. Farseer tends to get off some mad electrics. But unable to stay on her feet for longer than 5 seconds. Got a Baneblade from Zerby as well. There we go, there's the big electric. Powerful stuff. Over on this side, the essence of the Deceiver has been focus fired, although it doesn't take any damage, but it's held those guys back for a little while. And it's relics here, there, and everywhere. We'll need to get repair on that Restore Monolith ASAP there, if it wants to stay alive. Necron base is being fandangled a bit. We do have a Resurrection Orb on the Necron Lord here, which is very exciting. Let's keep our eyes on him and see if we can catch that on camera. Big push on the Eldari side as well. Is it going to be a bit of a base trade situation? Or is everyone going to commit to the engagement? Solar Pulse on the Baneblade allows the Southern Baneblade to get a few crack shots off. One Cascade Sergeant blasted down by the Heavy Ghost turrets. Yeah, not sure why they've set the tanks down. It's a really narrow corridor. Doesn't give them much room for manoeuvre. The Eldar have lost all their army. Pushing down the sensors now. It's essentially 2v2 over here with the Eldar being kitten-fisted. Though they do have all the infiltration going on, so as long as these guys don't have any of that going on, might be able to eke a couple of extra minutes of survival. Necron Lord bouncing here, there, and everywhere. Looks like the Baneblade of Infarct is down. Very unfortunate. No one's capitalised on the lower health. Restore Monolith neither, so that's been repaired, or just repaired, I guess, by the Builder Scarabs. Eldar are back home. A handful of Wraith Lords. We've also got a good amount of Warp Spiders as well. Get a couple of punches in. Teleports right in the middle. Bright lights. And by this thing, some D-cannon platforms as well. All the Imperial Guard have gone. Now it's just the Chaos Space Marines left, but no morale on any of these guys. Should probably push back at some point soon. Here's the Horrors. Their morale will go down remarkably quick as well. One being hoofed and kicked square in the chops. Down back on the southern side. Southern Imperial Guard player mopping up the remnants of the Northern Guard. Do you mind? Don't like this whole ambushing scenario. Back in the olden days of Dawn of War, you used to be able to cast reasonable calmness. Now it's just, you never know when you're next going to get, I don't know, shapes in the face. Well, the Baneblade is knocking on the door of the Dark Eldar. First time their base has been assaulted so far. They have a raider. They don't have a dice of destruction. Ogren's been shot down. Don't think they've got a priest with them. There's the Monkulus in the middle, throwing poison every which way. The Obliterator squad. Cool for anything, really. Enjoy a bit of argy-bargy, regardless of armour type. They'll take down anything and everything. Gildas doing a cheeky little thermo extension here. On the back of battle, seeing a golden opportunity for more money. As a fresh Baneblade for the Northern Guard. Eldar now need to come in and do some stuff. If they teleport in, they can get a cracking amount of damage done with those Warp Spiders. Dark Eldar recruiting a squad or two of Scourged people. The Restore Monolith not liking this whole thing going on, so they've decided to go towards the Imperial Guard, where they're nice and safe. Wonderful use of Necrons to stop the Baneblade from firing. Chaos Machine Sprawl stops him from doing anything there as well. And a Night Lord brings forth the Scythe of Destruction. Not often you're going to see a Night Lord, as tactically a Deceiver, usually better overall, but mighty fine choice all the same. Double Basilisks throwing down what they can. Any formation. Demon Prince going toe-to-toe with, well, the Archon. Archon, though, should be able to get him done all right if properly supported. As every weapons team, two heavy weapons teams, in fact, in what they can done. Warp Spiders focusing on the heavy destroyers. Be careful of those pariahs that they don't get swiped too often. Otherwise, they'll be slowed down to a mediocre crawl. Looks like, in fact, Baneblade has gone down for a second time, but he's going to get another. Third time is the charm. Both Basilisks will be broken, if not falling back anytime soon. Demon Prince is going to be cut down eventually. But the Dark Eldar have lost a significant amount of their army at the moment. Eldar seem to be stabilising for their Imperial Guard ally. Tier Council charging down the centre, looking to break down that Baneblade ASAP. Even the Wraithlord's not bothering with their bright lances. I don't think you've gone for the upgrades, you've just gone for, yes, just some good old-fashioned punching and kicking. The best way to counter a tank is by making a tank of your own and getting your tank to kick their tank. So they survive for now. The Dark Eldar has got that Ravager. The Storm Monolith taking a bit of a pounding. Don't want to focus those Builder Scarabs if we want to prevent the Storm Monolith being more of a nuisance. Right, stop! Cease! Your provocations! Wild shapes. Don't need that. State Council going for a second pass. Oh dear, but there's the Possessed Marines. Equipped with their mouth flamers. The third Baneblade of the game from the Northern Imperial Guard's perspective. Can he do it? Bit of a chaotic engagement going on. Looks like the Storm Monolith is still alive. He's still going nice and strong. Come on, Berserkers. Just gotta love them. Doing everything they can. The resources available, which is just grit, determination, and a chain axe. Doesn't seem that the Chaos Space Marines are being budged from this position there. The Storm Monolith, unchallenged, as an unholy amount of flayed ones. I assume that the Necron Lorders just summoned them from death, considering that they're all half health at the moment. Which, why not? You got the upgrade, may as well use it. Baneblade down here has been sliced and diced by everyone and anyone. Right, this is getting very frustrating. Clearly, my tolerance of Dawn of War at this point is going very much down the drain. Maybe it's because I'm playing this through the mod manager. Maybe vanilla should just be played via vanilla rather than any other fancy gubbins. Valkyrie bombardment, setting everything aflame. Lehman Russ of the northern variety being done in. Yes, thank you, I get it. Yes, yes, ships, understand. Good lord. Do I sound annoyed? I hope I don't. I am, but I hope that I don't. Oh, another Baneblade is dead. Another Cena Beam comes forth. The Imperial Guard of the North, very low on the infantry department. Did a good job holding back the forces there. The Eldar certainly contributing to their Warp Spiders and their Wraith Lords, but is there anything going on for the Dark... No, I suppose they're just trying to deal with this singular Restore Monolith. If you kill this, kill these little ones, that'll do you in. I'll sort you right out, mate. Look at this one hero, Lehman Russ, going right down the centre. Maybe you could get a message sent for allies to support them somewhere else. But no, that's not happening for him, I'm afraid. Yeah, okay, striking ships once again. It's not on. Looks like the northern team are on the out and out. Dark Eldar pinned inside their base. I've got no idea how to deal with this Restore Monolith. Keep thinking, why is it regenerating health? Oh dear. Dear oh dear. Unable to get their dice of destruction on account of a lack of a relic on their side. Even the Chaos Space Marines are infiltrated now. It's a real crack. Right, stop! Is it you? You're the source of the chaos at the moment. Apparently, Plasma Generator. Oh, there we go. That's the game for you. That's the best I could do with the resources available. Like I say, we'll desperately try and get some more unification on the go. It's just not on the cards at the moment. for reasons beyond my ken, but yeah, a nice little bit of back and forth there. And just a mighty push down the centre, gradually wearing and tearing and grinding down the Northern team there. So cheers for joining us. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.